Ladies and gentlemen, you have come across the greatest YouTube channel ever. Now, lately, I've been watching a lot of these random videos and these big YouTubers and people commenting, "You're the best YouTuber out there." I call BS on that. Everyone knows that this is the greatest YouTube channel ever made, will be ever made, was ever made, will ever be made in the future, and possibly going back to 1776 of all time. It's a proven fact. Also, also, the Saints are the greatest team of all time history, and the Lions are going down in week 1. They're going down faster than a hook on Broadway, folks. So, just got to get that little parting shot in. So, it's all good. Now, down to the business. Let's see. Today is a Wednesday, I believe. I'm pretty sure we're still in May. So it's May Day, May Day, all hands on deck. I need all the ladies to get in here. I need all the hot, sexy ladies in here. You know who you are. Well, woot woot. Well, Brock's Boys is in the building. When Brock's Boys is in the building, people listen. They pay attention. We got one of the most awesome channels on YouTube today. It's crime that this man only has like less than 800 subscribers. You should have no less than 2 or 3 million easily. Easily. You know. I mean, my channel should have at least 10 or 12 million, but no, you're welcome. It's all good. I had the idea of doing 847. I can keep track of. I don't even gain anymore. I think I'm like 1850 or something. I don't know. There are channels out there where I was at 0, where they were at 0, and I was at 1600, and you know. I had an idea in the past what Goose Sports does, doing the commentary for the games. I just don't know how to do the OBS crap. But I can sit there and do the Saints games. I'll be like, and that little bastard has the ball. Holy. Yeah, I don't think I would get monetized the way I would, be doing shit. I'd be every other word, you know. Well, yeah, I thought of doing that, but that's how Goose has got. Goose Sports, he's got, oh shit, 8,000 subscribers, I think. You know? The only thing is, I don't know how to fool with OBS, and I don't know if I can do 4-hour live streams without swearing every 5 minutes. See, the thing is, you have to get monetized first because it's, you're not going to get monetized by throwing the 4-letter words out there. And, when I'm watching a game, the Saints game and LSU game, when I'm watching the games, I'm throwing some words out there. Because I did that on the other channel, on the Saints channel. I did a post game. And, yeah, but that ain't nothing. I had 1,000 after 4 months. And that was 8 years ago. Almost 9 years ago. So 1,800 means absolutely nothing when no one's ever in your chat. I mean, doesn't mean a damn thing. Most of those people aren't on it. Most of those people are dead channels. They're not even, hell, half of them are dead. I mean, I could have 82,000. It doesn't mean a damn thing unless you got the content, I'm going to throw my phone off a bridge. I'm going to hit record, just throw my phone, chunk it into the damn Mississippi River. See how many views that gets. That thing will be at the bottom of the river for all time. The current will Watch that sucker to Gulf of America. But I need a beer or something. I don't know. I was going to do a video, but I don't. I'm waiting for Sticky's giveaway that I won. I won it like, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 weeks ago. Must have got lost in the mail. He said he mailed it, but I never got the damn thing. So I don't know where it disappeared to. I started getting back in the groove of getting into the giveaways again. Not giving them away, winning the giveaways. But I noticed a lot of times, like a cheat code, you could put the title, the word giveaway, in your title, and that's kind of like clickbait, and I don't fool with that shit. But there ain't nothing wrong with, they put GAWS, gauze. Okay, now, if you put those letters around, it spells out SWAG, swag. Okay, backwards. So if you put the titles, if you put swag, I wonder if the algorithm picks it up as going backwards and tells people you're giving away something when you're really not. I'm going to try. I was going to do that on this stream, but I never did. I'm going to try that on the next stream. I'm just going to put the hashtag swag and see if it brings in 62 million people. Because I don't give away stuff. I did it on Facebook once. I gave away something, but it didn't really matter. I got to get all the hot ladies in here again. They all disappeared. They all disappeared on me. I got to get Miss Carly on here. I don't know what happened to Steph. Got to get her back. I got to get all the hot ladies back. Because once you got the hot ladies, that's when you get the viewers. Because then you'll get the dumb guys watching. That's just how it is. I gotta get all. I talked to quite a. I don't know. I don't want to say quite a number of ladies. I talked to some of them on, and they are real because they do stream on YouTube. Here's another thing with Miss Kayla Boo's channel, right? She's pretty hot and everything. I watch her all the time. Well, most of the time as I can. Now, her channel is Kayla Boo YT. My brain gets confused and always thinks of that instead of saying BOOYT. My brain gets confused and thinks of it as Kayla Booty. And I've told her that before. And I'm like, you know what? That'd be a perfect thing. And actually in one stream, this probably happened in many, but one stream she was twerking. And I was like, way to go. You've earned your stripes. But I don't understand how any girl or woman cannot have a monetized channel. It doesn't take much. You don't really have to wear skimpy outfits, but you just have to I guess look good and stuff. Most of them do, but like with Miss Panda. Miss Panda's got an awesome channel. She might be streaming right now. I don't know, but gotta get the ladies back in here. I gotta get everybody back in here, Things would be different if Murad was alive. 2 of my biggest supporters passed away within 3 weeks of each other, a couple years back. So I probably would have had 4 billion subscribers already. I would have been 5th all time. See, I could go break the what the hell is that Korean channel at 62 trillion? I can break their record. But you know why I can't break their record? Because YouTube suppresses people's channels. It's not all these big content creators are putting out video about this shit. It's true. But I've been saying this for years. So I put out videos saying exactly what they've been saying and they've been getting millions of views. I've been saying this for years. It's called YouTube sabotage. Okay. I did a video about this. I don't know, 6, 7 years ago, how they're suppressing it, when what's her name was still alive running the show. But you know, they just class it off as conspiracy theories and, you know, whatever it is. Now, all of a sudden, all the big content creators, oh, I'm not getting $25,000 a month. I'm only getting $17,000 a month. And my views are going down. What's going on? Well, I'll tell you what's going on. The algorithm doesn't like giving out money to people, and YouTube is cheap. If they ain't made $18 billion in profit and then they go down to $17 billion in profit, guess whose pocket it comes out of? The content creators. Now, there is no scientific proof for this, but you know, a lot of these like so-called big-ass YouTube channels do this shit. They can't figure out, they'll sit here and tell you what to stream, you what the topic, but they all copy each other. They all make the same video, they just change the wording around, and it really doesn't matter what videos you put out. You're going to have your loyal fan base. You're going to have your 10% or 7%, maybe 3%, whatever it is. You're going to have your people that's just going to watch your shit no matter what you do. You could be standing out in the middle of nowhere looking into space, and you'll have your same 6, 7 people comment on your videos and like them, and you know, you'll have a fan base. Every channel, even the smallest channels, have a fan base. But I gotta laugh. I know I was watching these videos and I said, shit, this ain't nothing new. I commented on the video and I said, shit, I made that same video you just did 7 years ago. Ain't nothing fucking new. The only difference is you always create controversy because you got 62,000 subscribers. I got 1,800. Even back then, I only had 1,000. So, but it doesn't matter how many subscribers you have. It really doesn't. Never did, never will. YouTube goes on basis of watch hours, which, you know, whatever. But the algorithm is broken. Jesus is coming back. And Batman has ruled Gotham City for way too long. I think the Joker should take that planet over, but you know, maybe that's just me. But if I was running YouTube, everybody'd be rich. Mr. Wayne in the building. Sorry I've been missing your live streams. I've been falling asleep early around this time, or I've been still at work. And I can't watch anybody. I can't watch YouTube at work unless I'm on lunch. I'm not even really supposed to do that. Actually, in a few months, they're getting rid of the internet at work. So I'm kind of like, well, and I got nowhere to pick it up. I've been saying YouTube sucks since 2006, and I'm still doing this shit. Well, 2007 when I started my damn account. Just imagine if I would have started making it. If I could go back in time and say, hey, 2007, make videos. Who gives a shit? Make the shit. People will watch it. That was back then when they had no limit. Anybody can make money. They didn't give a shit. Then I think it was like 2009. They said, nah, whatever. And when they had that shooting, that's when they kind of capped it off. And it was like, nah, we're done. We're good. You know. They don't stop me growing. They don't stop me for years. I hit 1,000 subscribers in 5 months. And in the last, 8 years, I've gained, I don't know, every 2 or 3 years, I gained 50 or 100. You know, I think it was like 2 years ago, I hit 1,800. Now I'm at like 1,850. Probably another year and a half, 2 years before I hit 1,900. Every milestone you hit, YouTube takes away. They take the dead channels away. They take, you know, they don't want you to grow, you know, organically. They say, oh, you can grow. They take everything they can for a content platform that wants everybody to succeed. They do all that shit. Elderberry in the building. What's going on? You know, I'm going to have to do I got an idea. I'm going to do a Scotty Roberts update, even though I haven't talked to him in forever. And apparently he's not doing any more YouTube. Every time I go live, they keep kicking people out. Huh. Well, I did a stream 4 or 5 years ago, and it was YouTube moderated team, and they were banning my mods. Oh shit. Sorry about that, Elderberry. I'm glad you're doing well. I'm waiting for my heart attack. I'm either going to have a heart attack or a stroke pretty soon. I just know it. You know. But, 2 weeks ago. Well, you're still ticking. Hey, we can't get rid of you, Elderberry. You got to be, you're going to be around for another, 200-300 years. We need somebody of your caliber to straighten out this generation, you know. Yeah, YouTube's always sucked. But ain't happened yet. Damn, you changed your name? Tinker and blah, 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 blah. Here we go. My brain gets messed up. I see SHTF and I automatically think of another word. What? You ain't changed your name. You ain't always had that name. You had the shutting and the tinkering and I don't ever remember it at team blah blah blah. I don't know. Oh. I haven't seen you in a while, I don't think so. Damn YouTube, it's a conspiracy. But yes, we need Elderberry as President of the United States. Yeah, that's it. Scrapping, hoarding, tinkering fun. You know, my brain's getting a little, you know. My brain thinks funny. I wanted to make a YouTube channel called Go Fuck Yourself, but apparently that was against YouTube terms and back in the day. But apparently there's a few of them. I know you've been around forever. I mean, you've been away forever. Can't get my you know. But yeah, custom screen. That's Mr. Wayne. He does the things with the T-shirts, and he's got his whole business going on. You know, you think I ran a lot? You ought to go on his channel. I think he invented the rant business. But that's actually how I started YouTube. Basically, I just turned on the camera and said, "Yeah, what the is going on with this shit?" Yeah, I took a break here and there. I sometimes do take a break, but YouTube kicked them out? Huh. Something, I don't know, something going on with that. If YouTube's kicking, like I said, about 3 or 4 years ago, I had a, you know, whatever. Yeah, I know you're a ranter. Appreciate you tinkering. Appreciate you, of course, you know. And we got to get something going one of these days. You know, as soon as I can wake up my co-host, he's probably taking a nap right now. He hadn't, you know, Cajun hadn't been feeling good as of late, and he's, you know, the poles are shifting, and his alpha waves are going backwards. Yes, Elderberry, I can tell you this right now. The Lions are going to get their ass beat by the Saints in week 1. It's going to be an ass whooping. It's going to be an ass whooping. A mega proportions. I don't know the final score yet, but I'm pretty sure the Saints are going to hang at least 50 or 60. I mean, you know. And I say this with all due respect. You know, Lions, yeah, right. They're a good team. But when they play my Saints, nah, there is no good team. There's one good team. It's the New Orleans Saints with Tyler Shuck at the QB. So the phone going wonky again. My phone goes wonky. The screen disappears and I can't see half the time. But okay, it's sort of popped up now. you know, I'll be like, no, I'll have to get down. I don't know if we're making a bet. You know, Zanron's team is the Lions, so I got to give him some shit. You know, he gives me some shit back. It's all in good fun. You know, we're not rivals. It is what it is. But I don't know if we're making a bet this time. You know, like in the past, he wanted to send me a Lions hat, and I guess I would send him a Saints hat or something because I don't wear jerseys. But you know, I think the last 2 or 3 times we played the Lions, we beat them. I could be sadly mistaken, but I mean, the Lions have a better talented team than the Saints do. But the Saints are a younger team. They're more a passionate team, and they don't give a shit anymore. And you know, I think Kellen Moore in year 2 is good, but I mean, if we would have started Tyler Shuck, we would have had it. Hey, YouTube doesn't like my channel. They never did. They never did, and they never will. So I just come to the point where it's like, do your thing. You know, hey, I used to have 30, 40 people in my channel every night I streamed for 3 or 4 years. And I had the watch hours to get monetized. I swear I did on 2 or 3 different occasions. And like I had 3,800, 3,500, 3,700, 3,800, something. And it would tell me you got the watch hours, and about was never at 4,000. And then I would go to click it, and boom, all the watch hours are gone. It happened 2 or 3 times. So I don't even really worry about that anymore because they took all my watch hours away again. I was at like 1,600, and now I'm down to like 212 or something. It is what it is. But, you know, I'm not going to put any promise into it. All it takes is one viral video. You know, if I go to my aunt's house and I see a deer in the woods or some shit, I don't know. You know, I'll make a trek up to Cajun's house, knock on the door, and go, "Hey, I'm here, buddy." Actually, I don't exactly know how to get there. He'd have to tell me. But you know, I'll film live from Cajun's house. That might do something. I don't know. Can't hurt. But I got an idea. Like I said, I'm gonna take my phone and chunk it in the Mississippi River. I'm gonna hit record. When I get a new phone, I'm gonna take this piece of shit here. And I'm going to hit record, throw her in the river. And on the other phone, I'm going to watch it sink to the damn bottom until it eventually goes off. Ain't nobody ever done that before. That's probably not on YouTube. But if it is, they stole my idea. You know, you ever notice I have all these great ideas and they get stolen. So I'm going to think of an idea that nobody would ever think of, and I'm not going to say anything. But, man, it is what it is. You know, I think YouTube, they used to have a glitch back in the day. And, like, one time I had, like, 360 people in my chat. It was a weird-ass glitch, and it gave me a whole bunch of watch hours. Then they took it away, and it was weird. But if you ever notice in YouTube, okay, it takes about 2 days to cycle. In other words, like, okay, see, I have 5 people in chat right now. Now, it's got to average 5 or 6 minutes or some shit like that. If they don't talk, they don't count. Which makes no sense because it's all about watch time. It's not about talk time. If it was about talk time, I would have been monetized in like the first 5 minutes or whatever the fuck it was of the first thing. But then my phone's going wonky again because I can't see. I could see letters on my comment. I gotta get a new phone. Ever since I dropped it, the phone goes wonky. It only does this on StreamYards. It doesn't do it on the other streaming platform. And I think when StreamYard sold the platform, they put a bug in there or some shit. But if you could see what I see every other letter. My screen's blinking backwards like a, Eat at Joe's son. and it's telling me I have 57 minutes of watch time, which I haven't even streamed 57 minutes yet. But like when you do a stream, it takes about 2 days to cycle. See, a minute ago it said I had 8 people in here. But when I get this stream done, I'll probably have like 32 views, which is pretty high for me lately. And then you go back about 2 days, and then they'll change to like 27, 24, 20, and then, it just, so you can't really gauge how much watch time you have. You can go back and check it right after your stream. But they take about 2 days, and then they realize, well, shit, we don't know how to count. And it's true, YouTube don't know how to count. I mean, if you think about it, they don't know how to multiply because they can't promote your channel. They don't know how to divide. They do know how to subtract. YouTube definitely knows how to subtract. I appreciate you, Wayne, for popping in. I'm going to try to hit your streams. I just keep missing them. I feel bad I keep missing. But, I'm off tomorrow, so if you stream tomorrow and I'm available, I'll jump in. But let's see. But they don't know how to add. They do know how to subtract. That's their best platform. But let me see. I saw a video today where a World War II veteran turned 106. And that's pretty good that we still got the WW2 vets out there. My grandpa was WW2 vet, as most grandpas probably were for most people, obviously. My grandpa passed away 2013. He was 88, so he would have been 101. So theoretically, he could have still been alive. Got a lot of unclaimed money I gotta get from the state of Louisiana. The state of Louisiana's got to give me that money, because they got all this unclaimed money and they won't give it to my dad. So I figure they give it to me. But I'm trying to figure what's going on, but yeah, the secret to a YouTube channel is, they used to have back in the day, I used to message people to get them in, but back in the day, they used to have a message button. And you could tag them, and if they're in someone else's stream, hey, I'm going live, jump in, blah, 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 blah. Or, I would share it to Twitter or Facebook or whatever the shit. And then that don't really do much shit anymore. You can send messages, hey, I'm going live, blah, blah. That takes a lot of time, and a lot of times people don't word of mouth and shit, So I need a radio station. Like, I need my own show like Scotty had and all these other ones. I guarantee you there's a billion conspiracy theories out there. You put my ass on AM radio, FM radio, shit, put my name on damn internet radio, a podcast. If I get a podcast going, I could get 42 billion subscribers. And it ain't even about the money. It's just about people listening and rant, about nonsense. That you just do what I do. I listen to podcasts like the old Art Bell Coast to Coast. I listen to it, I fall asleep. That's all you really need to do in the background. Put somebody's podcast on, fall asleep, and voila, that's it. Get the time, get the watch time. If so many people went back to my old streams, just put the volume just a little bit low where you can barely hear me, just kind of fall asleep for 2 or 3 hours, I get shitload of watch time. That's the secret. But of course, the algorithm don't want you to get the watch time. I mean, I don't understand it. Honestly, you think that YouTube would want everybody monetized because once you're monetized, they make money off of you. Well, they make money off if you're not monetized. But YouTube runs ads on non-monetized channels. They've never run an ad on this channel, as far as I'm aware of. Nobody's ever told me they do. But I hate when I get regular videos. I get that. I hate when they do it during live streams. Even when you turn off the feature. Like sometimes I'm watching Cajun stream or somebody else's stream, and in the middle of a damn live stream, I got 50 commercials. They should not run ads during live streams. Run them during videos only. And they do that shit on Twitch too. But at least on Twitch they'll do like a 3-minute ad. It's like 6 ads broken up. But at least they do it up front. Now sometimes they do it in the middle too. But I'm starting to worry here because this is like the 3rd or 4th Tuesday in a row. This Tuesday just passed. That I have not seen my fellow Who Dat member, TigerJet21, on Twitch. Now, I don't know what's going on. He got abducted by aliens. What the hell's going on here? I haven't kept up with the tweeter lately. But anytime, and he only streams on Tuesday nights. So you see him once a week, and if he ain't there, he ain't there. It's probably working shit. I get it. But I don't need... I need about 5 live streams in a row from TigerJet21. I need about another 5 or 6 from Miss Who Dat Lady. So, and maybe I've been missing the streams. Maybe he went live other days than Tuesday and I'm not aware of this shit. Like with Stoney. He goes live every day and tells you he's not live. It's a little bit confusion. Schedules don't mean shit. Just flip on the button and there you go. But we got to get the Who Dat Nation going. Like TigerJet21, Mr. Casio with the drums. Drum with the Sativa Superman guy. I don't know. I'm probably saying that wrong and I apologize. But we got enough Who Dat Nation out there in Twitter land and Facebook land and to bring them on the YouTubes and the Twitch and then the Rumble. Well, I made a Rumble. What's the other one I made that I can't figure out? Kick. I don't know. You need like 82 monetizations to get anything on Kick. It's like, what's the point exactly? If I had 15 people paying me, I wouldn't need the service in the first place. That defeats the entire damn purpose. So, I don't know if Van the Man's streaming right now or not. He probably is, but I saw where he's got a Beefalo nickel. That Beefalo was really beat up. I guess in that situation, Nicodate's all right, but I hate Nicodate. Anything with acid, bad. But that's a beat up Buffalo, and that ain't gonna make any. That's like worth 5 cents. So, on that situation, Nicodate the shit out of it. I just hate the Nicodate when you got a perfect coin. Yeah, I might make the value go up, but what shit? I would scrape the damn thing before I put a Nicodate on there. It's just that's typical acid. But so let's see. How many giveaways? I ended somebody's giveaway recently. I keep entering these giveaways for these channels. There's a lot of them out there, and I don't remember 3/4 of them. So, I probably win these damn things. I tell you, with the Stickman, with the Duck Duck race, Friday nights with the coins and stuff. A couple of weeks ago, I was second place, 5 duck races in a row. Now, second place 5 times in a row. Something going on there. I done drowned my duck. I done ate my duck. I done sold it. I bought a new duck. Got rid of that one. Bought a new one. The duck I got on there now is like Moshi Moshi or something. I don't know. But you need a duck with number 9, and you're going to call it Quacker Breeze. And if I think about it and I go on there this Friday, we're gonna run that. I'm gonna run that past the Stickman. And I want my duck to be permanently called Quacker Breeze. And it will have a Saints jersey on wearing number 9. Because I only accept champions in my general races. Especially if I'm calling a damn race, which I hope I'm allowed to call another duck race on his channel. Because then we can get Goose on there. I didn't realize Ed was in the trash talk community. Therefore, that's how Goose ran into him. I didn't know all this shit. Now you kind of know. But trash talkers community, very simple. My team is better and your team is not, with a few couple of words. I don't know. True, it is what it is. So let's see. But I did say I need to bring the ladies back in here. I need to put the ladies on my panel. I need to get the Miss Carly's back on my channel and stuff. And then I know they got health situations, but I know they're going through their things. But maybe in the future, maybe it gets better. I sincerely wish nothing but the best for anybody. I don't wish any bad ill towards anybody, except the people that piss me off. They can go off. But and they know who they are because they're on YouTube and dancing in the background and some shit. But let's see. But honestly, with all the YouTube, with all the Who Dat Nation out there, I should easily get 4, 5, 6 million people on my stream every damn night. There's a lot of Who Dat Nation out there. It's Louisiana versus the world. We gotta get this straight now. It's the Saints versus the NFL. Because everybody knows the Saints is the best team in the NFL. Zan Ron will tell me that in week 1. He'll admit that. When we beat his Lions, and I know he's listening. If he's not listening, somebody will tell him. It's all in good fun. He knows that shit. He can rag on my team, just I'm ragging on his. It's all in good fun. We're cool. We're friends. We're cool. But, may the better team win. And I know it's going to be the Saints, because who the hell going to beat the Saints? Shit, we might not lose a game this year. We might go 42-0, even though we only play 16, 17 games. I just don't like this whole idea of us going to Paris. But hey, we get to beat Aaron Rodgers in Paris. I mean, hey, why not send his ass out on retirement? Fuck Aaron Rodgers, because he doesn't like my team, so screw him. But I mean, I'm gonna get my quarterback out of retirement. He's gonna lead us to the promised land. But we got Tyler Shuck. Second year, but he's not a typical rookie. I think he's like 26, 27. So not a typical rookie, but he's polished. And, a lot of people said maybe if Kellen Moore would have started him last year over Rattler, we might have made the playoffs. Yeah, maybe, but yeah, he finished, I think, 5-2. But we went 6-11. Maybe not. You don't know what the future could have held. He might have lost those first couple of games too, and they might have went back to Rattler, and we might have had a whole different outcome of what's going on. Because I was a definite Spencer Rattler fan, and I still am. I mean, but he's not going to play unless, God forbid, our QB gets hurt. Honestly, I'd probably trade Rattler and get some draft picks. But and Mickey Loomis, you need to re-sign Taysom. I don't care if we got 16 tight ends in the damn draft room. A tight end's basically a wide receiver. Shit, I mean, Taysom plays kick return, a punt return, a quarterback, tight end. Just make him a damn wide receiver. We have 17 wide receivers. Shit. Make him a kicker, backup kicker. Basically, he could be I mean, Taysom's, the Guido Merkins of the, you know, Guido Merkins played in the 80s. He was the quarterback. He was the tight end, wide receiver. He caught the ball. I think he kicked a few times. He punted. He wasn't the best player in the world. I mean, obviously, Taysom's way better. But I don't see the idea of why Mickey Loomis won't offer him a damn contract. What the hell? Just give him the minimum contract. If he don't accept it, then that's fine. He don't accept it. Moves on. But I mean, damn. And I think the fact that Cam Jordan hasn't signed his contract offer, considering I don't know what it is, just leads me to believe that either he's going to sign with a team like Kansas City or he's going to retire. At least he ain't going to go to the shitty Falcons. So he's the one guy that I did not get an autograph from. Him and like Sean Payton. And I'd seen Cam Jordan right there. He just never came. But that was probably the one Saints player that I didn't get an autograph from that I probably wanted. Because, I mean, I got Breeze, Kamara, Michael Thomas, Taysom. Wait. No, I don't think I got Taysom's either. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know if I got Taysom's autograph, actually. I mean, I might have gotten it back in the day and don't remember. I mean, I do have a shitload of Saints autographs in a notebook, binder. And sometimes you can't tell when they signed because they just put, like Kamara puts AK-47. I mean, AK-41. I swear, and the NFL would probably disallow this. They would not let this to happen. Kamara should change his damn number from 41 to 47. That way we can call him AK-47. Just making a merchandise. Just, I can have the football cards, missile, gun rockets, like all kinds of shit. But the NFL would never let him change his number to 47. A lot of these athletes, they sign like MT, Michael Thomas, MT13. Unless you pay for it. But when you pay for it, they barely put, they put a few more syllables and then a ... and that's about it. But I would say even if you're doing a free autograph, make it to where just don't put AKMT. At least Drew Brees signed Drew Brees. He didn't put DB or whatever. He put Drew Brees 9. Or on his college card, Drew Brees 15. At least he did that. But I understand it's a business, and I get it. And I had a few Saints players that refused to sign. Mainly Adrian Peterson, when he had his brief stint with the Saints. He kind of laughed at kids. Like he was laughing, walking away, and there were kids that were crying that wanted his autograph. They didn't know who the hell he was. They just saw a Saints player. And he was an ass for that. And he'll burn in hell. Obviously, what he did with his kids and shit. But he'll burn in hell. But no person is entitled to an autograph. But I mean, still, you're gonna go out there and talk to people, and obviously, you can't sit there and get everyone's autograph. I get that, But I've even gotten like Christian Garrick's autograph. He used to do with the Saints. Bobby Hebert, Cajun Cannon, still with the Saints as an announcer. Sideline report, not sideline, but it's kind of, And I went to Saints camp. I haven't went since Breeze retired, but I went for about 4 or 5 years. And I got Breeze on video, and I swear it's the only time I've ever heard him swear. I don't know how that video didn't get 42 million views. Because Breeze never swears. But in practice, I'm sure he does a lot, because in the scrimmage, he did it once and only once. He threw a pass to, I don't know what receiver. It might have been Lance Moore. It might have been he threw this route 3 times, and he dropped it 3 times. And I can't remember what he said, but I'm pretty sure that F word came out. I can't prove it. In the video, it sounds like that's what he said. It sounds like catch the beeping ball. That's what I heard. But it wasn't on YouTube. It was a Facebook Live. And unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that Facebook Live is gone because Facebook decided to delete all their damn videos because they're idiots. I wish I would have got it on YouTube at the time. I should have. I mean, I do have videos of Drew Brees on YouTube. I tried to get him to endorse my We Are the Who Dat Nation page. He wouldn't say it, wouldn't do it. That's fine. I get it. But, you know, hey, some kid puts the phone up to, you know, some lady says, here, say hi to my grandma. And, of course, he says hi to grandma. You know, that's a lot. That's different. But the whole fact of the matter is that, you know, it is what it is. But I got Brees 3 or 4 times on video. One, we were sitting next to a cherry picker. And he's like, hey, move this cherry picker. But he had just come from practice, and he was a little tired. He wasn't all up and upbeat. He was kind of down a little, but still, at least he was signing autographs. And, you know, you got to – I don't know how anybody can say a bad word about Drew Brees. Not one person can say the way he carries himself. You just can't. You cannot say a bad word about Drew Brees. You just can't. I mean, I've never met the person that said anything bad about him that was not on purpose. You know, of course, like them dirty birds, them dirty turds. They're, you know, that fan base in Atlanta. All 3 of them. You know, I'm sure they've said bad shit about our quarterback because they're assholes. You know, they just are. I mean, that old fan base likes to celebrate Katrina and the anniversary of thousands of people dying. And they say, oh, we're just kidding. No, you don't kid about that shit. I am so happy that the Saints play on Monday Night Football. The 20th anniversary. The NFL actually, the Falcons didn't want this to happen. They got to come to New Orleans and play on the 20th anniversary. I don't think it's the exact date, but it's within that week. On Monday Night Football, in the Dome, the 20th anniversary of the Saints reopening. The Dome in 2006. I think it was September. And the famous blocked punt, which we have a statue of in front of the Superdome, and I've taken pictures of that stuff. And Michael Cohen, I think his name was Cohen in or something, the Falcons punter. He's got a statue, you know, to him. So, and that was the day that Steve Gleason made Saints lore. You know, it's a damn shame that AOS is out there. I'll tell you conspiracy theories. There is a cure, I'm pretty sure, for everything out there. And the pharmaceutical companies just don't want them to have it because they make billions and billions of dollars. I'm pretty sure there's a cure for pretty much everything out there. There has to be. And they let all these innocent people die because they want money and they're greedy. And them bastards, them pharmaceutical people, they'll burn in hell. And they really need to ban these pharmaceutical commercials. I mean, I don't need to see a fat woman dancing for Ozempic or Chai Kempic, or it's all these Latin bullshit names. You know, hey, would you blow me? I mean, that might have been one too, but you know, they really need to treat these pharmaceutical commercials as cigarettes. Ban them. Don't talk about them. Don't buy their shit. The doctors get the kickbacks. Don't listen to their shit. Fuck that. I don't go to the doctor. Ain't nothing fucking wrong with me. Well, I'm sure there is, but I ain't went to the doctor in a long time. I'm not going to have a doctor. If I went to a doctor, you know how many medicines they put me on that probably kill my ass? Doctors don't know shit. It's a guessing game. They think, oh, let's see if this works. And no, I want to hear this is going to work and this is going to cure you. I don't want to, let's put you on this and see if this doesn't do it. And if that doesn't work, we'll give you a higher dose. If the higher dose doesn't work, you're screwed. All right, well, hell with it. I can do that shit. But that's about as easy as can be. I mean, I don't know. It's all crazy, but I'm probably only going to do an hour. I probably got about 9 more minutes left in this thing. I got plenty of StreamYard time left. I just fuck it. Unless my co-host pops in, but the poles are shifting. He's probably napping. I mean, a lot of times when you sleep, yeah, shit, I'd probably be sleeping around this time. All I gotta do is I'm laying down, close my eyes, and boom. Next thing I know, it's like 3 in the morning. That's what happens. Your head hits the pillow and you're out. I was gonna do a stream last night, but I don't do a stream on Tuesdays because I watch Bear Grylls Running Wild on Fox from 8 to 9. I probably could have went live. I should just do that. I should do a discussion. Okay, I watched this. Let's see. Blah blah blah. Watch along, or just there's so many things I like. So many ideas I could do on YouTube. Other YouTubers do them because there are no ideas out there. There are no good ideas left on planet Earth. There just isn't. Movies, television, sitcoms, YouTube platform, podcasts. There are no original ideas anymore. If you've thought of it, someone else has thought of it. Hey, Cat, what's going on? Hey, tell Zanron his team sucks. He knows this already, but you got to tell him. Say the Lions suck ass. He'll appreciate you, I promise. He ain't going to do nothing. Well, I'm pretty sure I used to be a mod in this channel. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I was never a mod. I thought I was a mod, but I know I went in there one time and I didn't have the wrench, but I don't really care about wrenches. I don't give a shit. They don't mean anything, but pretty sure I was a mod at one time, but that's okay. It is what it is. I don't give a shit about wrenches. Shit. I really don't care. But yeah, just walk up in his chat and go, Lions suck ass. You gotta be straight with the man. I mean, we get more and more people to tell him that his team sucks ass, he'll believe it. And that's psychological warfare. You get in his head with the mind games. So I wish the Lions go 16-1. They can win all the games, but the Saints are going 17-0. It's just proven fact. Home field advantage would whoop their ass. Proven advantage. That's all there is to it. So, I mean, because the NFC Central's got some teams that they suck. Well, the Bears, I don't know, but we all know the Vikings suck, obviously. The Bears are on the rise. And then that other team in that division, I don't remember. They suck too. But, I mean, hell, somebody got to win that shitty division. I mean, just like in our division, somebody's got to win that shitty division. Might as well be the Saints. We got the best talent in the NFL. Shuck's thrown for 5,000 yards this year. I'm pretty sure. Air Shuck. Shuck that shit up. Shuck it up. That I'm telling you. That is going to be his. I'm going to pitch that to him. I'm going to pitch that to his agent. Shuck it up. And it's him throwing a football. I'm telling you, he'll sell millions of dollars just by that. Just on that idea. Let's see. Psychologically, I don't know. Mentally, I feel like crap. Physically, I feel like crap. Mentally, I'm okay, I think. Football season will cure everything. Once we get into July, August, September, it'll be great. Once LSU wins another national championship, because obviously LSU baseball has let us down this year. I'm very disappointed. in my baseball team. We won the national title last year, and it looks like we're not even going to be in the postseason. I mean, I don't know if they have the brackets for the tournament, but we went 30-28. Yeah, they could probably get in, but like Goose said, they're probably going to go 2-out, 3-out, whatever the fuck it is. But miracles do happen. But I hadn't heard anything. LSU softball made it to the finals and they lost, sadly. But LSU baseball wins the title every other year. So next year when we get the pitching, seniors come in, LSU gonna win the champion. LSU's gonna win number 9 next year. 8 is great, but 9 is fun. And 10 is win. I guess. I don't know. When is 10? I don't know. Maybe in a couple of years. But so yeah, once we get LSU and Tulane going, Tulane's always going to have a good year. Of course, Tulane, their coaches disappear after 2 years, but we keep winning. So, of course, Tulane's not that far, a couple of miles from the Superdome. I don't like 8 miles. Tulane used to play in the Superdome for years. They had Tulane Stadium, which is where the Ullman Stadium is now, behind where Tulane was. It's kind of on that area. They got dorms in the middle of it, shit. But back in that area, that's where it was. LSU softball made it all the way to the regional final. But LSU softball always is last 10 or 12 years. Beth Turina, the coach, led them to like 50 wins. LSU softball always wins like 50 games. They go like 50-17, 52-12, and they seem to lose in the College World Series. They lost this year in the regional final to that team we shall not mention. But it was an elimination game and they lost. It wasn't double elimination, but but LSU baseball wins pretty much every other year. But so I'm kind of like, well, let's see. LSU football needs to win a national title. It's been, since 2019. But we got Coach O back. Unfortunately, he's not the coach. See, LSU this year has brought back Will Wade. Will Wade and Coach O was fired in the same year, 2023 or 2022. 2026, Will Wade comes back. Man, fuck the Lions. Come on now. The hell is this shit? Everybody knows the Saints is a better team. They got a better logo, a better team. That's right. Come on, Cat. Tell him. Say, fuck the Lions. I told you he's going to appreciate you. Shit. It's all in good fun. After week 1, I don't care. After week 1, personally, I don't give a shit. The Lions go 16-1. But we're gonna have a long week. Well, when the schedule came out and I saw the Lions week 1, I was like, here we go. Here we go. A winning team? What the hell did they win last year? Winning team, my ass. Would y'all go like 7-12 or something last year? Wait, I got a beauty. I got one. I got this from last year. This is from last year. I ain't never deleted it. It's a classic. And if it ever pops up on my screen, you'll see it. And it'll eventually pop up because I'm a little behind in my lag here. But because my phone likes to freeze on me. So it is what it is. So there we go. See, that was from last year. I didn't delete it. It's still there. So we're gonna be keeping that up next year too. Be like line. I still got the thing from Twitter where it says, I screen save it. The Falcons are eliminated, the Lions are eliminated, all these other shitty teams eliminated. So it's all good. And all right, phone's acting like the Lions right now, going in the dark in the closet. But let's see what else we got here. My phone wants to restart. You ain't restarting, phone, not in the middle of a damn live stream. I gotta get me another laptop. Ever since I dropped this damn phone, no. Well, my phone may not pop up. I may have to restart the damn thing. Not restart the stream. I may have to whatever. Hold on, I have to hit the close app thing, but it'll just reset for a minute or two. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But because obviously it's not gonna freaking come up. So give me about a minute or two or three. It'll be back on. It ain't going nowhere. It'll reset. This damn thing. My damn phone fucking sucks. I'm chunking it in the Mississippi River. Every time the damn phone crashes, it takes about 5 to 10 minutes to get back on this piece of shit. I swear to all that is holy. What the hell were we talking about again? Wait, let's go back. Let's see. Sanron wants some money. Who the hell doesn't? Sanron's got a job. Yeah, I got one too. They're trying to get rid of me. They done tried to lay me off 3 times already. So I'm looking around for another one myself. You know the thing though, I don't know if it's like this in most states, but I know in Louisiana, they have to tell you what you get paid up front. And if they don't, you can sue the company. I don't know the laws in Michigan, obviously, but you know. Oh yeah, my plan. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my phone. I'm gonna start a live, and I'm gonna chunk it in the Mississippi River. Well, I dropped it last year on concrete. It's all cracked, and it goes. It's weird. It'll say System UI has stopped running, which is the phone, and it says wait or close. If I hit wait, it'll just come back like 30 seconds to a minute later the message. You know. But I dropped it a couple of times, nothing happened. This time I dropped it, it went face down and pop, it went straight down. And it just cracked. And ever since then, it's, you know. And of course, my laptop, Cajun fixed my laptop with the wire, but it won't go into the thing. So that's why I can't use the laptop. My mom bought me a tablet. I said, nah, I don't like tablets. I got the money to buy this job I'm working at now, I'm making a shitload of money, but, they've been trying to lay me off since day one. Actually, since day two. Since day two, they've been trying to lay me off. But they ain't found a reason yet. But they just had hired 3 people. And the very next day, laid them off. So they worked one day. And then the 4th person quit. So, but, as Joey Boots knows, the company I work for loves to lay people off. And they'll hire you back and lay you off. They do it 50 times. But, it's a lot of BS. But like I said, in Louisiana, they have to tell you what you get paid. Of course, Louisiana is under Napoleonic law. So we're totally different than the rest of the U.S. We got different laws. But in Louisiana, they have to tell you what you get paid. And if they don't pay you what's on that amount, you can open up a lawsuit. Because I did this already years ago. I was working at a place and it said $8.75 and they tried to pay me $5.15. That's when minimum wage was below. Now it's $7.35. This was when minimum wage was still $5.15. And I got a job. I think it was like 19, 20, and 8. I was getting like 8. They told me 8.15, 8.25. They said, "Oh, it was a mistake. We meant to pay you $6.25." And I said, no. I got a piece of paper that said 8 something, blah, blah, blah. So we have the Louisiana Workforce Commission, which, you get the food stamps and all this other shit from. And I showed them the piece of paper. It was a clerical error. And they had to pay me, I want to say it was $8.25, whatever was on the paper. They had to pay me that, and then they had to pay me the back pay. But here's the thing about winning that case. They fired me the very next day, which they could do. But up until that point, they couldn't fire me because it went to arbitration. But not only did they pay me all that back pay, they had to pay 50% interest on that back pay. So I got really double. So it wasn't a bad solution there. Really wasn't. But But yeah, jobs suck. They suck ass. Like I said, I'm looking around now because I've been at this job 3 months and they're already trying to get rid of me. So it is what it is. You know, I should have shut the hell up when I worked at Goodwill. I should have shut the hell up, did my job. Maybe I'd still be there. But, you know, with my experience, I should be like making $40 an hour sitting on my ass. So me and Zanron need to start a podcast. You know, with my awesomeness and his flair for things, we would make $1 billion. Like, seriously, you know. He would put up the things about the screen things, and I'd sit there and comment. I'd say, hey, wait a minute, let's discuss this thing. There's a man eating a pie, and the title is like, he loves to eat the pie, but he's got no pie. I don't know. Just some shit like that. You know, I could be the Poot My Pants Jr. or whatever he changed his title name to, but we know who we're talking about. But you know, my friend years ago wanted to make a podcast with me, and he's got all the equipment and all this shit. He goes, I'll drive you around town and we could do a podcast about something. And I said, all right, that's fine, sure, whatever. And he just never got around to it. I've been on podcasts already. I was on a nationally syndicated podcast once on Saints Nation. And they have over 60,000 podcasts. Well, at the time, the 60,000 subscribers. I don't know what it is now. I'm trying to be on New Orleans football with Nick Underhill. He started a podcast 2 years ago. He started his thing from the ground up. And he's got well over like 6 million subscribers. And I'm sure they're all Saints fans because Who Dat Nation is like everywhere. You know, you can't go in one state without finding a Who Dat Nation member. I'm sure we got some Who Dats in Michigan. I'm sure they do. You know, and you know, just say the lines suck. He'll pop up. He might still be here. He's probably busy, but. Oh, I've done podcasts already. I've been on a podcast. I've been on an Apple podcast once. I've been on a couple of Saints podcasts. I've always wanted to start one, but I don't know how to do that shit. I'm what you call technologically impaired. I could do what Goose does with the OBS. I sit here and call the games. I call it right down the middle, especially when my team's winning. But but who the hell would listen with the? That's the thing, though. Who the hell would have an audience? You know. Yeah, Zanron could do a thing about cops. About what he knows. Obviously, you know, the same shit he does on his channel, and I can sit there and comment. You could agree to disagree. Maybe we would agree on a lot of things, but we probably disagree on some things. I mean, you can't agree on everything. It'd be like Siskel and Ebert. Thumbs up and thumbs down. Maybe thumbs sideways if you're Batista. I don't know. But why in the ass would I put salad in bread? I don't understand this. Oh. Is he back at the same company that laid him off? I don't know. I mean, I'm glad he's got a job. I just hope they don't fuck him over. You know. I mean, they can't tell you, oh, we're going to pay you $22 an hour and you get your paycheck and you're like $9.50 an hour. They can't do that shit. I'm sure there's laws in Michigan to prevent that shit. You know. I only know Louisiana laws, which is, if you're not from Louisiana, you won't grasp all laws. Louisiana is under Napoleonic law. The judicial system is way different. You practice law in Louisiana, you'll never figure out law in any other state. Vice versa. So. Oh, okay. Well, I'm looking around for another job because they're trying to lay my ass off now. I've only been there 3 months and they're already trying to lay us off. So I'm like, well, I take it week by week. But my goal is to save up a certain amount so I can start a business. And I'm like 50% there already. So, hell. I'm going to get a job shucking oysters and making a lot of money. Shit. But I'm going to use my Lord Emperor powers to make sure that the Lions won't get beat by 63 points. No. I worked in a couple of overnight jobs. I did CVS overnight. I was a cashier. Photo Lab. When they used to have before they had the Kodak machines in the CVS, I actually developed the film overnight. I rarely ever did it though, but I did it. And then they had the Kodak thing in, so my title was Photo Lab, but I was the overnight cashier. And I quit that job. I kind of got fired, but I walked off that job because discrimination, you know. And I tried to sue the company, but they said I didn't have a. Louisiana's got a at will which basically means they don't need a reason to fire you. They don't even have to tell you you're fired, honestly. They don't even have to tell you. They could just take you off the schedule. And they don't even have to let you know you're fired, which actually happened to my coworker recently. And he just showed up, started working for 3 or 4 days. And they still haven't told him he's fired. And he's working. Now, whether or not he's getting paid for it, I don't know. I mean, obviously, it's a different story. But, you know. Anyways, I think I'm going to wrap this stream up because I'm getting hungry and I'm getting sleepy all in the same instance. But I'm glad Zanron's got a new job. Hopefully they don't fuck him over. You know. I mean, my job fucks me over. But I can do what I want. Mostly. You know, my boss thinks she knows what she's doing. I only see my boss maybe 3 times a week. Sometimes twice, because she runs a different location, so she doesn't really bother me. Sometimes she'll call me on the phone, but I just ignore her. I'm just like, leave me alone. She didn't show up today, so I was by myself, so I got reprieve. And I'm off tomorrow, and I got the weekend off. But I worked 8 out of the last 9 days. But good thing for, you know. Oh. I kind of hate my new job, too, because all I do is clean. But sometimes that's the only jobs that hire, the ones that's shitty. There are reasons why they got job openings out there. You know, like one man's trash is another man's treasure. No. There's a reason why there's job openings out there. And there's a reason why, this seems attractive. Like my job. Okay, they pay me pretty decent, and they told me, "Oh, we don't cut hours. You get as many hours as you want. You can work 4 days a week. You get 3 days off. PTO, paid vacation. Okay, fine, great. Yeah, they didn't lie about most of that. I do get 3 days off, and I do get 40 hours. They don't cut my hours, but Yeah, I get like 0.05 PTO a week. Big fucking deal. I got like 6 hours, 7 hours PTO. Big deal. They told us on day one, oh, well, you know, we hire 12 and keep 6, and we do this every couple of months. So every 2-3 months, I got to fight for my job. I already passed this round, but I may not be able to pass the next round. So I'm putting in applications too. But they're actually paying me pretty good. So I've been saving up some money. Because you never know. It's my rainy day fund. But I kind of hate my job too, because I work in a warehouse and I walk around and clean shit. So, but, you know, I'm actually trying to get, you know, I work in an Amazon building, basically. I work at Amazon, but I don't work for Amazon, if that makes any sense. I work for another company that works for Amazon. But I'm in the Amazon warehouse. But they like to lay people off. They just hired a bunch of people, but they're going to lay people off. But unfortunately, Amazon likes to, since they pay this company, they apparently control how much they want to pay people and how much by federal law, they have to pay me a certain amount of money. And they have to guarantee me 40 hours. Because it is a union job. But, of course, with union jobs, obviously, everybody knows with Amazon that they control what the hell they want to control. Joey Boots knows what I'm talking about. I don't know if he's still here because he worked for Amazon for 8 years. And, of course, in Louisiana, they can just let you go without no reason. But I don't work for Amazon. That's the thing. I don't work for that company. I work through that company. I'm in that building. But apparently they can control when I work and when I don't work, and if they want to let me go. Even though I don't work for that company, they can still let me go, which makes no logical sense, considering I don't work for that company. I work in the building, but I don't work for that company. So, and they have the option every 2 or 3 months to keep and lay off people. And we just went through this shit. Of course, they just hired 3 people, and those were the 3 people that got laid off. But we don't have that option now. So in another month or 2, when it comes up again, we don't have that option. But you need somebody to clean the damn building. You know, they need somebody. They can't lay everybody off. They tried. But they need somebody to clean that damn building. It's like the size of, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 football fields. So they need somebody to clean the shit. Yeah, it doesn't. My second day there, they said we hire 12 and keep 6. And, of course, it's a Mexican outfit. So, obviously, you know, Mexicans, they run the shit. But, I get told just about every day. You know, last week, we decided to keep you, but ... And I'm just like, oh, okay, that's great. I don't care. I take it week by week. It's not a bad job because I get all the Amazon perks. When they order food, I get free food. You know, they give me gift cards and shit. Like I said, even though I don't work for Amazon, technically I get the Amazon perks. So I get free food. They've given me gift cards already twice because, you know, but Amazon employs certain things. So, you know, but, you know, free, like I said, I get free food. They give me free drinks sometimes. They order food for the Amazon employees, basically. Like the other day they had Red Robin. They said, go get some food. All right, shit. Because technically I work in the building so I can eat and drink whatever the hell I want. I guess it's the perk here and there. So, well, I mean, you know, shit like that. But still, yeah, it makes no sense. I'm like, hey, if they eliminate the positions, I'll just apply at Amazon. But then they said, oh, you got to wait 30 days. I said, what is this bullshit? They said, oh, conflict of interest. Nah, it doesn't make any sense. No. But then again, that's why they got a 2.9 rating on Indeed. You know. It took me 6 tries to get this job because they kept turning me down. Here's how I got the job. They sent me an email, desperate. Can you pass a drug test? Can you do this? Can you do this? Can you start today? Can you do this? There were like 12 different questions. I answered yes to every question. Can you pass a background test check? And it's like, all right. And then I passed it within like a week. And then the drug test came back like the same day and this and that. And they said, all right, you can start. From like day 1, no, day 2, the second day, they told us, oh, we're going to hire 12 and keep 6. And I don't want to have to fire anybody, but blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, okay, you don't have anybody here. Like they hired me and this other guy. They didn't have anybody. They fired the entire crew. They had nobody. So I'm like, all right. So they're trying to do that again. Like, because it's a contracted job. Amazon pays this company, and this company pays us. So Amazon don't want to pay for 6 people or 12 people. They want to pay for 6, even though the company hired 12, but Amazon doesn't want to pay for 12 people. Even though they need their building clean, they don't want to pay for 12. They want to pay for 6. Even though they're a multi-billion-dollar company, they don't want to pay for this shit. But they got the budget to spend $12,000 on hamburgers. But they don't want to pay us. So it is what it is. So I just take it week by week. So I've been looking for another job. And actually I got an interview for a job next week for the same kind of housekeeping janitorial thing. Because actually those jobs actually pay a lot down here, which you think wouldn't, but you know. But then again, in the South where the actual minimum wage is still $7.25, there are a lot of places that pay 14, 15, 16 an hour. But the job I'm going for pays like $18.95 an hour, which may not be high in the North, but that's pretty damn high in the South. So hopefully I can get that job. Yeah, thanks, Kat. Hopefully I can get that job. And it's housekeeping, cleaning. It's in an old folks' home, but shit, I mean, I'm not going to see anybody dead or anything, you know. But it's like it's in the middle of the woods. It's in the middle of the woods and it's creepy. But hey, you know, if they pay me, I'll work there. I got experience. I can do it. Ain't that hard. But I go there next week. I got to sit down with the people and interview, throw out my resume at them. Here's my cleaning resume, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So like, can you drive the Zamboni? Damn right I can. I can drive it. I can drive it anywhere. I don't have a driver's license, but I can drive that Zamboni. I do it at Amazon. I drive the damn Zamboni around the cleaning machine. I ain't got no damn license, but I drive it. You don't need a license to drive that damn thing. I drive it backwards. They say, as long as you don't hit anything, you're good. All right. I ain't hit nothing yet. So one day Xanron's gonna make $1 million off of YouTube, and then he can retire. Then he can buy me stuff, but or buy him stuff or whatever. I don't know. But I think I'm gonna wrap this sucker up. I'll go live tomorrow night because I'm getting hungry. So hope you don't see any naked people. I want to see naked women, hot naked women, but that's just me because I'm a guy. You know, guy mode engaged. Like, you know, I'm waiting for Honey Tina to show me a butt. She said she was going to show me a butt. No, I'm just kidding. But she knows I'm kidding. But yes, naked ladies is always a good thing, at least for me. That's the only, but I ain't seen any naked people yet. But in nursing home, I definitely don't want to see any. Yeah. Oh no, I'll have my blinders on. No, I don't think I'll go in their rooms. I think it's just housekeeping as far as like the general area. Anyway, I think this job is at night. So all them old folks will probably be sleeping. But it's Heritage Manor. It's called Heritage Manor. It's in the middle of the woods. It's right down the street, actually. But there's a wooded area behind it, in front of it. But it's like a 6-story building, which is weird in itself because you don't think of a nursing home as 6 stories. But they jam them in like sardines. But if it's a night job, they'll all be sleeping. But hey, maybe I'll get to see the nurses naked, right? Shit. I don't know. My ideal job is to go get a job at the Playboy Mansion, even though the mansion's not around anymore. I'd work there for free. I'd be like, yeah, I don't need to get paid for this shit. I'm good. But I gotta update my resume. I'm gonna pay for the career builder on Indeed. I think you pay like $40 and they guarantee you a job or shit like that. I don't know. So, but you gotta do what you gotta do to make the money. If I gotta see some naked guy's ass for whatever freaking reason, hopefully I don't. Put my blinders on. But I've never worked in a nursing home before, but I have worked at an assisted living, which basically is the same thing. Not a nursing home, it's basically the same thing, but it's not. Same kind of area. So I mean, I got experience in doing that shit, but I'm not like a nurse or RN. I don't. My cousin's got that. I don't do any of that shit. I don't give them pills or nothing. But I actually tried to get one at the hospital down here, and the lady was like, "Oh, I sent the background check for somebody already. I only do it once a month. If I need somebody, I'll call you." And I tried to get a hold of this lady for like 8 months. And I finally got a hold of her, and she's like, "Oh, well, today I'm just happen to be on the floor." I think she got tired of me calling her. But they took my picture and my photo ID, and she said, "Yeah, I run it off once a month." And I just ran somebody off. And I think she wanted to get rid of me. But that was housekeeping and cleaning and stuff. You dust and you mop and shit. That ain't that hard. They were paying like 17 something an hour. So yeah, it's not that hard work. Not hard at all. I go where they pay me. Shit. If they want to pay me, that's where I go. If it's good pay, I don't care what it is. Especially if it's at night. They're all sleeping at night. Shit, I'm tired now. Speaking of sleeping, yeah, I'm probably going to eat something and take a nap. Now, let me get off of here before my damn phone, messes up. But I appreciate you coming in, Kat. Zanron, do some shit. Hey, Zanron, stream at work tonight. I don't know where you work at, but, go live and say your boss sucks. I'll jump in. I might be up at 3 in the morning. Maybe. I don't know. I don't got to work tomorrow. Actually, it's supposed to storm. It's been storming down here in Louisiana lately. We have 18 inches of rain the last week. So it's been, crazy. Of course, I mentioned Indeed, and I got to see an Indeed commercial. But Indeed is the best. I don't know. ZipRecruit, I don't like. Indeed is where I got my last 4 jobs. So I'm going to go with the career builder. But I appreciate you, Kat. You have a good night. Anybody else that's been in there, y'all have a good night, too. I'll stream tomorrow sometime. Hopefully, YouTube throws the notifications out there. So, man, sorry about the phone glitching. It's a pain in the butt. But y'all have a good night, and I'll see you on the next stream.